First of all, we should define what is European Union and Brussels. So they should be our servant, because the European Union is not about Brussels and the European institutions. The European Union is about the member states, the sovereign member states. So the European Center, Brussels, should serve as a service center for the members who belong to the Alliance of the Nations called European Union. Ursula von der Leyen, who is the head of the Commission, is a bureaucrat who is paid by me. Sorry to be so blunt, but this is the case. So we cannot accept that she is behaving like the boss of Hungary. This is not the case, because we are a sovereign country, and they don't like it in Brussels. Now in Brussels, that was not the case, let's say 15 years ago, but now clearly this is the case. Now in Brussels, they would like to build up a United States of Europe, a kind of empire. Some countries love it, some countries don't. We belong to the sovereignist, we don't like it. So we don't like the Brazilian centralized bureaucracy, a center of the new empire, which define how we have to live here in Hungary. So we are sovereignists and freedom fighters. I have only one friend, the Hungarians. So I understand that if you are an American or a Chinese or a Russian, you can see it as a wishy-washy because we have a good relation at the same time with Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, at the same time President Xi. And we have a good relation with the President of the United States, and we have a good relation with Vladimir Putin. And you can see, if you are not a Hungarian, it's wishy-washy. But if you are a Hungarian, it's easy to understand. What is the interest of the Hungarians? Our interest is to collect friends and to have good relation with all the main powers. That's normal. That's what I'm doing. I serve the interest of the country. I would not like to join one bloc of the country, the West, East, whatever. I would like to maintain the sovereign room for maneuvering of our foreign policy and to maintain the national sovereignty of this country. So what I'm doing is clearly serving the interest of the Hungarian people because they are my friend. How is it possible that somebody living in Brussels will make a decision that Hungary has to let somebody into this country with whom we would not like to live with? So the question is, who will decide about the composition of the population of this country? Nobody else can decide about it, only we. Otherwise, we are not a free country. And they would like to make that decision. They would like to make a decision how we should live and with whom. So we reject it. What is the answer on behalf of Brussels? Fine. We have to pay $1 million every day just because we don't let the migrants into this country. The number of migrants in this country is zero. We are proud of it. I'm very proud of it. So nobody can cross the border line of this country without the permission coming from the Hungarian authorities. So we defend our border line, we defend the sovereignty, we defend the security and safety of this country. So no migration policy as the Westerners are doing. And we have to pay for that $1 million. That's absolutely a tyranny. Migration issue belonging to the main core of the sovereignty of each member state. They cannot influence on that. And especially they cannot fine, they cannot punish. But that's going on, unfortunately, but we are still alive. This is a puzzle which tortures us for years and years, because for a normal mindset, it's difficult to understand that countries, westward, Hungary, had wonderful life, wonderful countries, safe, prosperous, so high-level culture. So it's really the best part of the world, probably, to live in the Western European city. And the leaders of that part of the world decided to let it gone with the wind. And now they have a different life, which has full of danger on the streets, the threat of terrorism, unbearable economic burden of the migrants because somebody should finance them, and the totally different ethnic composition and the totally different cultural composition of their society. And it's difficult to understand why they have let it happen. In Hungary, when this issue came up to the surface, I decided first to stop the migrants at the border. It was not easy because there was no physical borderline. So we have to erect a fence. But then, because the discussion started with the European Union, my question was how I can defend the Hungarian position in Brussels under circumstances when Berlin and Paris equally attacking us because we don't follow their policy. And the answer was only people. So I organized a referendum and I asked the people, What is your opinion? So Hungary is the only European country when the people decided about what kind of migration policy the country should follow. So I'm very proud not just to stop the migrants, but I'm very proud that this country is the only one in Europe when I have a chance to represent the real will, the real decision of the people on the issue of migration. They decided to build up so-called mixed societies, but there is a Christian tradition and still living Christian community, and there is a growing Muslim community. My impression was that they are truly convicted that if the Christian community and the Muslim-based community is mixed up in a country, the outcome will be a liberal society. Multicultural. And I said, do you have any evidence of that? That kind of multicultural society will be a better way of life than it was previously? And they said, there is no evidence, but we believe it. I said, don't you think that the risk is too high to make that kind of laboratorium out of your country? I said, let's do it. And I said, okay, if you see that it could be a successful laboratorium activity, let's do it. But please don't force us to follow you. Because if you are not convinced 100% that it's true and it provides a better future, why you would like to follow the poor Hungarians to follow the same track? Because we think the level of the risk is too high. And that's exactly what's going on. Terrorism, safety net is over, economic difficulties, and growing Muslim community and shrinking Christian community, and nobody knows exactly where this process will arrive. So it's very risky. That's the reason why we decide to maintain the cultural identity of this country. By migration, we would not like to change the composition of our country. This is a decision of the Hungarian nation, which is based on our sovereign right. Nobody, even the Brusselians, cannot force us to change it. That's the story, how we see. Hungary was never a multicultural society. It's a Christian country. And why should we mix it up? We love it as it is. They can come, they can work, there is a regulation, but this country belongs to the Christian Hungarians, So that's our story. I can't say that everybody is 100% satisfied with me or with the economic policy what we are running here, but there are some results. Full employment. It's something which is really respected by the people, and probably the strongest family subsidizing system in the world. Margaret Thatcher said that I'm always happy when I'm personally criticized with nasty things, because it means that they cannot attack my policy.
Together we believe that faith and family are the bedrock of a good and free society. We believe that a nation without borders is not a nation at all. We believe in tradition, the rule of law, freedom of speech, and the God-given dignity of every human life. These are the ideas that bind together our movement, and these are the ideas that will save Western civilization. And believe it or not, it needs saving. It is in serious trouble. As you know, we are now engaged in a historic battle with the Marxists, globalists, and communists all over the world. We are fighting against barbarians who want to demolish our liberty and our traditions and everything we hold dear. As I said in Warsaw 6 years ago, all of us, both in Europe and in America, must stand together to defend our culture, our borders, our Judeo-Christian values, our identity, and our way of life from those who want to destroy our beloved nations. We will win. As president, I was honored to strengthen the special friendship between the United States and Hungary over 4 incredible years. The relationship we had also largely due to Viktor and his incredible staff and people working with him. To the people of Hungary and conservatives throughout Europe, keep up the fight and never waver in defense of our freedom and our civilization. We have the communists and globalists in retreat, and as long as we press confidently ahead, we will absolutely win. We're winning now, and we will close it out.
Trust the president. That's first, because he would like to do something extraordinary, important thing for the world, probably for America as well. So if there is no that president in the United States, the world would be in a deep, deep trouble. So the liberal globalist approach to the human being life would prevail everywhere. The only reason why we were able to stop it, it's not Hungary, it's too small. Now the globalist approach and nihilism is just stopped because of him. So a lot of discussions could happen about his policies going on everywhere, whether positive, negative, but his mission is the most important thing in the globe, not just now. So if I can ask anything from Budapest to the American citizens, keep your president high and up, and then help him to make peace, because we are in trouble here of the conflicts, not only in Ukraine, Russia, but in Middle East as well. And we need a country, and we need a president who is devoted 100% to generate peace.